Toronto, Canada's most iconic city. It's got skyscrapers, culture, food and flair. But here's the million-dollar question. Is it affordable or just another overhyped urban wallet burner? In 2025, with prices creeping up across the board, what can $100 actually get you in this cosmopolitan hub? Today, we're testing the limits to see what $100 gets you in Toronto. How expensive is Canada in 2025? Spoiler alert, there are some surprising wins and painful lessons. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more awesome travel guides and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when we publish a new video. So now let's cut to the chase. First up, breakfast and the Distillery district. Coffee, pastries and industrial charm. Yeah. We start our day in one of Toronto's most atmospheric neighbourhoods, the Distillery Historic District. Known for its cobblestone streets, restored Victorian buildings and hip local vendors, it's a perfect place to kick off a Toronto adventure. Here, the old meets the artsy, and your wallet's about to get its first test. We step into Balzac's Coffee Roastery, a local favourite. The vibe? Cosy and elevated. The order? A medium latte for around $5 Canadian dollars 50 and a freshly baked almond croissant for $4 Canadian dollars 75. With tax and tip, we're looking at just under $9 Canadian dollars 50 or around $7. Not bad for gourmet quality in one of the city's trendiest districts. If coffee isn't your thing, there are plenty of alternatives, from organic juices to breakfast sandwiches at neighbouring spots. But fair warning, while everything looks amazing, this area isn't known for being cheap. After breakfast, we stroll through the pedestrian-only lanes. Art galleries, sculpture installations, and boutique shops line the path. Most of it is free to enjoy unless you're tempted to buy a $20 scented candle or hand-thrown mug. We resist, for now. You could easily spend an hour or two just soaking up the energy here. The buildings date back to the 1800s, and many were once part of the world's largest distillery, hence the name. Today they house everything from gin tasting rooms to indie bookstores. By the time we hop on the streetcar out of the district, we've spent under $10, enjoyed a quality breakfast, and gotten a cheap dive into Toronto's industrial-turned-artsy charm. And the day's only just begun. Next up at 2, getting around and city transit, exploring on a Presto budget. Getting around a city like Toronto without draining your budget is all about planning. Fortunately, Toronto's public transit system, known as TTC, is fairly accessible with a bit of patience. We grab a Presto card, the city's rechargeable aforementioned payment card for subways, buses and streetcars. A single adult fare is $3 Canadian dollars 35, but the best deal is a $13 Canadian dollar 50 day pass if you're hopping on and off throughout the day. That's around $10, and it covers unlimited travel until 2:30 a.m. the next day, just in case you're a bit late home. We start with the 504 King Street car, cruising through vibrant neighbourhoods like Corktown and the Fashion District. The ride itself is part of the experience. Toronto's iconic red streetcars give you a slow-motion tour of daily life. You'll pass locals with Tim Hortons cups, artists wheeling canvases, and cyclists navigating streetcar tracks. Next, we transfer to the Line 1 subway, heading north to Queen Street West, recently dubbed one of the world's coolest streets. I concur. Boutique shops, murals, quirky cafes, all free to browse. Then back down to Union Station, a transportation hub with jaw-dropping architecture and underground path walkways for those cold days. The TTC isn't perfect. There are delays, occasional closures, and questionable smells. Yeah, but it works, and it gets you to every major landmark at a fraction of the cost of Ubers or car rentals. With a full day pass, we're set to visit almost every must-see spot on our list, efficiently and affordably. By the end of the day, the Presto card will have earned its keep. So far, we've only spent $10 for all-day transit, and our city adventure is well underway. Next up at 3, top attractions on a budget, CN Tower, Harbourfront and free gems. Now it's time to dive into Toronto's most iconic sites, starting with the big one. Yes, you've guessed it, the CN Tower. Rising over 550 metres, it once held the title of the world's tallest freestanding structure. But here's the twist: the full experience isn't cheap. Admission to the main observation deck costs around 43 Canadian dollars or 32 US dollars. If you splurge on that, you'll blow a third of your budget in one go. So what do? We admire it from below and keep walking. Next stop, the Harbourfront. The lakeside district is packed with attractions and peaceful scenery, and most of it is completely free. We walk the waterfront trail, watch boats cruise across Lake Ontario, and enjoy the breeze. There's often live music, art installations, or street performances to check out at no cost. Hungry? You bet. We head to St. Lawrence Market, just a 10-minute walk away. Known as one of the world's best food markets, it's a sensory overload of fresh produce, cheeses and baked goods. We grab a pea-meal bacon sandwich, a Toronto classic, and it is marvellous, for around 8 to 10 Canadian dollars, and it's worth every bite. From there, we explore Graffiti Alley, a free outdoor gallery that stretches several blocks. Massive, colourful murals cover every wall, from political statements to playful cartoons. It's a favourite for photographers, TikTokers and anyone chasing street culture. Optional splurge? A short ferry ride to the Toronto Islands is only 9 Canadian dollars round trip, offering skyline views and a peaceful escape. But even without it, we've seen Toronto's highlights without spending more than $15 to $20 in this section, and that's with food included. Alright, at 4, culture and neighbourhoods, Kensington, Chinatown and indie exploration. After checking off Toronto's big sights, it's time to dive into its neighbourhood culture, the real heartbeat of the city. First stop, Kensington Market. This artsy countercultural district feels like stepping into a mosaic of global flavours, vintage finds and free-spirited energy. You don't need to spend a dime to enjoy it, just wander. Every corner is packed with street art, thrift shops, second-hand bookstores, and musicians jamming on sidewalks. You'll find everything from Caribbean pasties to vegan tacos, but we keep it simple with a Jamaican beef patty for $3 Canadian dollars 50 from a local bakery. Spicy, flaky, and perfect on the go. Just a few blocks away is Chinatown, one of the largest in North America. Here you'll discover bustling produce markets, herbal shops and noodle houses offering full meals for under 10 Canadian dollars. We grab a fresh banh mi or pork bun for a quick snack, costing around $3 to $5. Along Spadina, we window shop through bubble tea spots, novelty stores and tiny mom-and-pop restaurants with handwritten signs, proof that Toronto's soul lives in its immigrant communities. If you've still got room in your day, check out the Art Gallery of Ontario, the AGO. Entry is free for ages 25 and under, and only 14 Canadian dollars for adults on special days. But even just exploring the exterior sculptures or the adjacent Grange Park is worth your time. By the end of this section, we've spent around 10 to 15 US dollars, filled our stomachs, soaked up serious culture, and gained a deeper appreciation for Toronto's diverse neighbourhoods and the people who give it life. And finally, at 5, sunset views, food courts, and evening eats, stretching the last dollars. As the day winds down, we shift gears to make the most of our last dollars, and Toronto doesn't disappoint. We head toward Poison Pier or Riverdale Park East, two of the city's best-kept secrets for skyline views. As golden hour hits, the CN Tower glows, office buildings reflect fire orange light, and the city looks like a living postcard. And yes, the view is 100% free. Dinner time calls, and we skip the expensive restaurants for a spot that's loud, lively and full of flavour, the Assembly Chef's Hall or Kensington Food Hall. Here you can try gourmet-level meals in a food court setting. We grab a Korean fried chicken rice bowl for 14 Canadian dollars, packed with flavour and enough to end the day on a high note. If you're in the mood for dessert, Toronto's got options. From bubble waffles in Chinatown to maple-infused donuts near Queen Street. We squeeze in one last indulgence, that's because we can, a small gelato or dessert pastry for around 5 to 6 Canadian dollars, leaving us with only loose change. To wrap things up, we hop on one last streetcar ride back downtown, catching the city lights blur past the window. The streets are buzzing with nightlife, but even from the outside the energy is contagious. By the end of the night, we've hit nearly every corner of Toronto, tasted, explored, and experienced a full day's worth of culture and fun, all for under $100. So, how expensive is Canada in 2025? In Toronto, your $100 doesn't just stretch, it takes you across neighbourhoods, cultures, and cuisines in a single day. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, you can live large without spending big, if you know where to look. Would you try a $100 challenge in Toronto? Or have you already done it your own way? Drop your thoughts in the comments, tell us what city we should explore next, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more budget travel adventures from around the globe.